meeting of the Haralson County Planning Commission to order. And we'll stand and have a pledge to the flag. Flag's over here on my right. Then we'll have a prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this time that we can come together to represent the county and to represent the citizens of the county in this meeting today as we make plans for our community and make plans for individuals on property needs and on according to the rules and regulations of the county. God, I pray that everything that's done here today would be done decently and in order. For it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen. Amen. Okay. Y'all seen the minutes?
I have seen the minutes.
You seen the minutes? No.
They were sent out in November.
Oh, that was in
Yeah,
last year.
November.
I thought you meant today.
Okay. I think we received the minutes via email, did we not?
Yeah.
Okay. That being the case, I'll call for, if you've read the minutes and you're in agreement with them, would we have a motion and a second to approve them?
I'll make a motion we approve as written.
Have a motion and a second that we approve the minutes of the November 14th, 2023 meeting. All in favor of that, let it be known by uplifting your right hand. Okay. All righty. We have nothing under old business per se, but under new business we have item 1, which is, I think, a carryover from our last meeting. Application to amend the zoning map of Haralson County has been received by Patrick Walters. Haralson County Tax Map 19-0087. The property is located on U.S. Highway 78. The present zoning is R2 residential and the proposed zoning is commercial general business. So is Mr. Walters here? Okay, Mr. Walters, come to the podium if you would and tell us what you plan to do.
All right, I have a small business where I refurbish games, arcade games, pool tables, all that stuff. I sell them and I also distribute them. And I've got several small buildings I'm working out of now. I'd like to build a bigger one and get everything in one location.
Okay. And this property is located on Highway 78?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where at on Highway 78 is it located?
You know where Liner Road is? You go past Liner Road and you get the top of the hills on the left.
Okay. Is the building already there?
No, there's an old building that was there from the people that have bought it from. It's been there for years. It's falling apart.
Is it where you want to build this new one?
It's where we want to build a new one, yes.
Do you know what this dash line is through the middle property? Or what it represents?
Do not.
I don't see it on the key here, so.
There's a power line just north of that, but other than that, There's a barbed wire fence in there with it too, but I think they've got it marked.
Gotcha.
How much is it?
7.51 acres.
So they're just gonna be for one building or?
Yes.
just one?
How many people are you gonna hire?
Well, I've got 2 full-time now and a couple part-time, and right now, that's where we're at.
You have to kind of bear with us. We don't have our, there she is. I guess all the letters were sent out and
Yes.
any responses?
No responses. They were actually sent out twice.
Yeah.
No opposition? Is that what you got, Glenda? Does that go with this?
It's on the next one.
Oh, okay.
I got you. I don't have any further questions.
What size building are you gonna put on property?
Right now, I'm looking at about a 60 by 100.
Linda, do you know what that dotted line, that hashed out line is through the middle of that property? What it represents? It doesn't follow the key on the top of that page. I just was curious what it is. It's not a big deal. It shows property lines, so.
Yeah.
Probably the land lot.
Okay, the land lot line, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Triple L.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Then would that be the green line
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
That's it.
right there? Yeah.
I don't have any further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Y'all ready? Y'all have any questions? Anybody have any more questions? Okay, do we have, all right, we'll give you a chance to, you gonna speak to it? Okay.
Well, I just want to know what letters were sent out, because I live right down the street and I never heard anything about it.
Your name
How
is-
far down the street?
Less than a quarter of a mile.
If you're within 1,000-foot radius, you'll get a letter. If you're further than that, you won't get one.
Will it be, the building be set off the back of the road so we won't really see it?
Oh, yeah, well, might see it, but I'm gonna plan on making a nice one. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Gonna be a little ways off the road.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a little bit confused because the letter said it was for the paintball field.
Oh, that's the next.
That's the next one. That's a different.
Any more questions? Anybody want to address
What was your name?
this issue?
Oh, Angie Shields.
Angie
I live
Shields.
at 208,
What was your address?
208 Highway 78.
I don't see,
It looks like it's on 7.5 acres, and it looks like it's sitting just about in the middle of the 7.5 acres.
Because I know there's 2 driveways there.
No, the one closer to town is not mine. That goes to a different lot.
I was just looking back at the list of all, who got, received a letter. Yeah, apparently it was outside of the requirements.
Any more questions? We're looking at the approval of this one right here. Yes, Patrick Walters. So, going from residential to
Yeah.
commercial general business. All the letters were sent out. This
Okay.
lady had a question. She didn't receive a letter, but, I think her house was far enough away, further out, yeah. Okay. more questions? Have a motion to approve.
I make a motion, we approve the rezoning request for item number 1.
We have a motion to approve the Patrick Walters to rezone this property from, what did I do with my agenda?
From RT?
From R2
Yeah,
to
from
CGB.
R2, from R2 to commercial general business. And did we get a second? Got a second? Okay, all in favor, let me know by raising your right hand. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, the next one. Okay. We'd sign this here.
6 and 27.
Today's date,
Oh, so you already knew where this was. I got you. That makes sense. That's why you just needed the lot numbers, wasn't it? I thought, man, she's remembering all them numbers. She's doing very, very good.
She's good.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is for Brandon Harris, and for rezoning. With map information 17-12-V45, 17-12-V46, 17-12-V47. Properties are located on Stedman Road. Current zoning is agricultural 1, and the proposed zoning is agricultural 1 with conditional use. Mr. Harris, are you here? Yes, sir. Okay, if you would come to the podium and address what your plans are here.
Yes, sir. So, thank you for seeing me this evening, this afternoon. I put together a map of, basically general map of what we plan on doing with the property as far as putting in a access road for cars to come in and out for parking, along with being able to build 5 or 6 paintball fields on the front side of the property.
You'll be coming off of Stedman Road?
That is correct, yes, sir.
Is this the map, or you got another one you're referring to?
That is, if I can take a look at it real closer. That is the map, yes, sir.
So this is your property, these 3 lots?
No, it's 45, 40,
It's 45, 46,
45,
47.
46, 47. Right here.
those are not labeled right. 45, 46, and 47, these are my 3 lots right here.
What does that big drawing show?
You know, they reconfigured this thing a couple of times, so this might,
He's saying these are not correct.
Yeah, this is 45, 46, 47. On here, it shows 48, 49, and 50.
Right here.
Because I own 3 lots on Stedman that go all the way and touch the river.
Oh, so he's saying it's these?
it's what the tax assessor had on.
I understand.
How'd they reconfigure them?
So he's saying that 40, on these drawing, 48, 49, and 50 are his,
Land I own,
is the land he owns.
approximately 81 acres.
Yeah, paper.
48, 49, and 50.
Yes, sir.
No, where's it says? Oh, where's it on here?
Did you submit a copy of the plat when you did this request? Do you have a copy of your current plat?
I don't think I do. I know I was emailing back and forth with Tabitha. Because all the maps that were there,
There wasn't one in our packet.
I didn't see one either in the email.
no, I did not.
I got you.
I think I was dealing with Tabitha, but I think, to my knowledge, she's no longer with the county.
That's my understanding as well.
Yeah, I think Glenda took over her position. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Glenda.
Yeah, unfortunately, so right here, it says supporting information to be attached is a copy of the deed, plat showing property lines for Lance. I can't, I mean, we don't have that and this plat we have is.
We got the wrong.
You want me to see if the tax assessors can print a current one? Can go in the state?
If they have a current one.
I'll go see.
So for me, what we was discussing is in the past, we've always required a plat to accompany the request.
Okay.
And that's what we talked about before. Ms. Glenda went and got one because I understand you've been dealing with this, trying to get this done, but even it's wrong. So,
Yes, sir.
which is not your fault, I don't guess, but, she's gonna see if she's got.
Because I know when I was in the office with Tabitha, we were going over the plats and everything because they were hanging up on the wall.
Yeah.
So we were going over that. So I know when I had spoke with her, she had said just, I went to Google Maps and basically, did the drawing that you have there, and I had sent that over to her.
Yeah. It just doesn't show us,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean.
I understand.
We had to go by clearing
Right,
lines,
You don't want to leave any gray out.
That's right.
You want it white and black. Totally understand.
The way it's presented, it's 45, 46, 47, and you tell us that that's not the case then.
Well, I think Glenda was saying that they reconfigured, and it probably is the case. He does own 45, 46, 47, but they're just laid out, and they're laid out wrong on here.
Yeah, this is not correct.
Which I would assume your current plat that
There,
you have.
so that's the,
This is wrong. This document's wrong, is what we're being told.
but it's going on 45, 46, 47,
That's correct.
but
But on that plat, it's 48, 49, and 50. Yes, sir.
we need to see it.
Because
on the
as you can
plat.
see, I know on the drawing or the picture that I had done, you can see where when they did the land sale, they basically went down and cleared, between each lot, how, to be able to gain access to the whole properties. They did that with all the lots.
How much land is
Approximately 81 acres.
81 acres?
Yes, sir.
And the intent is to make a paintball field?
That is correct, yes, sir.
If you ever wanted to change that, would you come back before the board to identify what the change is?
100%, yes, sir.
So it's just A1. He's not gonna change his own, just conditional use.
You want to get a conditional use.
Yeah, just for.
You live on this property?
No, sir.
I would, be, if,
I know a lot of the properties around there, sorry to interrupt you, but a lot of the properties are having a lot of hard time in the I guess it's called the Tallapoosa Estates neighborhood or whatever. A lot of the lots are having a very difficult time trying to percolate, to be able to build a house or permits and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, I haven't, you know, gone through the percolating process or anything like that, but I own a couple other businesses in Douglas County. So, you know, everybody says buy land, right? You know, only so much God's gonna make. So I had bought land, you know, wasn't quite sure what I was gonna do with it. And, you know, I've been playing paintball since I was 14 years old, always enjoyed it. I got, you know, 4 kids myself. My youngest, he's 11. He enjoys playing it as well. There's not a lot of fields around here. It will bring some income. I mean, we've traveled as far as 12 hours to go play.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just figured, you know, why not do something, produce a little income, a little tax money. If I enjoy doing it, then why not do it myself?
Yeah. So you'll have full rentals?
Yes,
The
sir.
whole. So you won't be putting any facilities like bathrooms, nothing on the?
No, I'll plan on having porta johns.
Okay.
Because there again, it's not gonna be a full-time, 7-day-a-week property, people coming in and out, at first until we get fully established.
Concession stand? Are you gonna have-
We'll probably have snacks. I mean, I have, my plan is to have, like in there is Connex boxes. I'm gonna have Connex to be able to have storage, on the property to store rental equipment and things of that nature. But I don't plan on having, you know, I'll have porta johns and I'll have like hand washing stations, but I'm not gonna have plumbing or anything like that, because it'll mainly be 2 days a week, Saturday and Sunday. Once we're fully operational as far as what they call walk-on players. Other than that, at first, it'll mainly be corporate events, you know, team building things, birthday parties, stuff like that.
I guess we can hear public participation.
Okay. Main thing I was just concerned about, if he ever wants to change from that, he needs to come back before this board to
Yeah, it would be
explain.
a conditional use
For this use only?
yeah, just for that use only.
If we were to approve it, it would be for this purpose only. Like I was saying
Yes, sir.
earlier, if you wanted to change that, you'd have to come back before this board to
Yes, sir.
make a change.
Where do you live at? You live close to here? Or you live on here?
About 45 minutes. I live in Whitesburg.
Oh, okay.
But I've got, you know, the person that's going to be helping me with the business and business partner in it is Jacob Burt, and he's a resident here in Haralson County.
Thank you. We'll listen to public participation at this time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Do I need to sit down or
Yeah, you can sit down.
answer questions? Thank you for your time.
Does anyone want to speak to this?
There's a Renato stand. Stand up, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I wanted to say, great idea for business. Probably is gonna bring a lot of revenue to the county. However, I don't think that's a good location for that business. I'm owner of the lot on the other side of the Stedman Road, which I will be in first impact of what's gonna happen in that area. When we bought that lot almost 3 years ago, we've been told it's residential lots. And that we cannot even build a mobile house on the property. It has to be all single-family homes. So I don't see why would we put a commercial business in the middle of the residential location. There is also a couple of concerns that I have, the safety concerns, the noise concerns. I know he said only weekends, but I would like to enjoy my weekends as well. And again, I'm on the other side of the street. There will be, sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. The lights probably will be on. It's gonna be open long hours. There is potential for vandalism and littering, traffic. problems and and parking problems. And that's all. I don't feel comfortable. I bought that lot with my husband for our forever home. And when we did our research, it seems like it's a quiet part of the town. So I would like to stay in the quiet part of the town. Thank you so much for your time.
Have Jenna Smith.
Hi. So I live at 909 Stedman Road. It is across the road. I think it's the next one down from yours. My concern is noise also. I work night shift. So I sleep during the day, even on the weekends. And then, along with the noise, I have two sets of properties. I have like the 22 off of Stedman, which connects to my 5 that's like up in there. My husband hunts on our property too, so if noise ordinance is in on the weekends in hunting season, it's gonna mess up our, what we use to eat for food. We don't buy meat from the store, we only eat deer meat, so there's that. And then my other concern would be since it is in the curvy part of Stedman, if somebody drives past it, somebody's gonna pull in our driveway, turn around, and I don't want my driveway messed up because I paid a lot of money to have that driveway made how I wanted it. And I don't want anyone messing it up and then having to go through the hassle of trying to get it fixed. So that would be my concerns.
So that would be, that's your concerns. I'm not trying to be smart, but that's a no, that's opposition?
Yes,
Okay.
for me it would be,
I just want to make sure I was clear on.
yeah.
As far as the hunting is concerned, I guess your concern would be about the conflict with your husband hunting on the property and there being other people close by where he might be shooting or something.
If they trespass onto our property, because that has happened. Y'all can look that up in the county's records. Sheriff's had been out at our property a couple times with some stuff, so it has happened already. And that's a concern, because I don't want my husband to, if they're not wearing proper clothing in our woods, accidents happen. I don't want that to happen. He doesn't want that to happen. And then also with the paintball noises, like, is it gonna drive our deer away to go further away to where we have to go somewhere else to hunt?
He was correct with those lots. Those lots were changed to the 48, 49, and 50. Mhm.
But these are the correct numbers that we have.
We have the correct parcel numbers,
Parcel
yes.
numbers on them.
It's just they changed the lot numbers. Mhm.
Is there any more public participation?
Any more public participation on this?
None. So, Mr. Harris, could you show us then on these lots where what these colors represent, kind of where they lay? Looks like you're gonna be using the portion of the property closest to Stedman Road.
That is correct, yes, sir. So, it's kind of where that line is.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's about probably 20 acres. It's on that front side of the property. So here you got Stedman Road.
So this is the entrance over here. It's kind of cut off.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And then
And it's
that-
right here, in this sheet, lot 51. It's right on the edge between 50 and 51, because I did take that into consideration, being right here in the curve, because I have tried to pull out or turn in, and it's kind of a blind spot.
So you-
So the
you would be-
the entrance would be right there. That is correct. Yes,
Down
sir.
your property line and then come back up
Yes, sir.
to a
And
parking area.
there's a creek that kind of runs alongside there. And it would turn before the creek would come up, and you have the orange, which would be cleared out, and that's where the like parking and stuff would be. And then we have the different fields as far as that goes.
Thank you. Y'all kind of get that? And this might be a question for the property owners, was there any covenants on that property when they was gonna develop a subdivision out of it or whatever?
If they don't have a homeowners association registered through the state of Georgia, covenants are not good.
Has there been any houses built out there? Well, I guess you guys, you live there and
Well,
then Ms. Smith.
On the
you live-
larger part, yeah, in the small, in the smaller subdivision, part of it, I think there's one home going up now.
So you folks live across the road from this?
You can actually see my driveway on this map, where it says Stephen Road, that part right there in the middle of it is mine. That's my driveway.
Is that number 20? Is that one?
No, she's talking about on this photo.
Oh, and that one, okay.
Photo, I see it right there, yeah.
By the way, meet your neighbors.
Guess he hunts West Coast on this side too, probably hunts back here, but,
Are any of these properties perking, or they?
somebody else's property.
I don't know. Really should have been figured out before they developed it in the subdivision.
Yes, sir.
I purchased a lot on that side, the same side over there. And back when they were just selling that property, I purchased that lot and they said that they had to held a lot on that same side where I am, the same side that he is. And that they were gonna build a community center and all that stuff there. So now it's changed.
So can I speak on that as well?
My lot is next to yours.
Okay, do you have the you live in Marietta?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna try to reach out to you eventually, so I'm gonna try to see you after the meeting. Because he's got the long lot and all the smaller lots, but up to your property. Okay. So I know with that, I guess, I had received a lot of information from Tabitha about that whole land when it was owned by Sunbelt Holdings. And then they subdivided it and then tried to sell it as neighborhoods. And I know a lot of lots around there are owned by a lot of different people that are not even here. Arizona, California. We sent 2 letters out in, I think November and then December as well to the surrounding area. And a lot of people, even in the smaller neighborhood, with the smaller lots that are, I think, 5 to 10 acres, have had a very difficult time getting that land to percolate. And so, obviously the last thing anybody wants is an empty neighborhood or a road that's been paved by, tax dollars and then it just gets, abandoned situation. And so that's, from my understanding, it was kind of a sour deal. And a lot of people, I feel like, got taken advantage of. Me including in that, purchasing that lot, or purchasing those 3 lots. Because it was kind of preached to us as basically we could do anything except for, raise cattle or have a farm on it, sort of a situation. One of my first pieces of property that I've purchased outside of, purchasing a home on property. But, I'm trying to kind of, I guess, make lemonade out of some bad lemons. And I know other people are trying to build on it, but there again, it's having a difficult time trying to percolate. Even on the smaller lots inside the neighborhood, there's been exchanges of hands already from other people selling property because they couldn't get it to percolate, didn't want to go with the more expensive septic tank, or that's, I guess, above ground that you have to have pumped. And so, and I know to address your situation on the hunting, me and a friend of mine, we hunt on the property as well. We're not hunting it, we're not doing paintball at night, not doing it in the morning. It's, from 9 o'clock to about 5 o'clock, so it's regular business hours, because we've got to stay safe to where there's daylight outside. And, you know, it's, the guns themselves are not very loud. There's some air, and that's it, you know. There's good people everywhere and bad people everywhere, I understand.
I'm not saying it's bad, it's a
Right.
game, so it's, in general,
Yep.
kids are loud when they're playing.
There's a lot of adults that play it too, but yes.
And again, we are neighbors right next to you, which means we're gonna be in the first line of hearing that noise.
I understand that concern.
Address the board, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. We need to stop that.
You know, Mr. Chairman, for me personally, I think at some point, we gotta definitely take into consideration the comprehensive plan for the county. And while I've heard rumors of what you kind of spoke on, I think this place was designed to be a subdivision, you know, large lot subdivision, and, I don't think I'm comfortable putting a business in the middle of here, especially one that, you're gonna have a lot of folks in and out. I don't know if you've considered or thought about fencing the whole property, but just in general, not everybody respects property lines, you know, especially when I've played paintball, I've done it a good bit, you know, I don't always know where the property lines are when I'm playing, you know, so personally for me, I would not be for it, so. I don't know if you'll entertain a
Yeah,
motion.
you know,
but-
if it was designed originally for residential area, you know, we go in and change this section to general business right in the middle of a residential area, then what does it do to all the other lots when somebody else comes in and wants to make a change too? So, I think we have to consider the comprehensive plan that was developed for the county.
And I understand there's deviations in that, don't get me wrong, and I think that plan's not in stone, you know, for a reason, but, this is not one I'm willing to support.
People that, you know, bought property or residential, and then all of a sudden it changes to something else, I can see the concern there. And so,
Can I ask a question on that real quick? Because I know it talks about here, present zoning is A1 agricultural, but you're talking about it's being zoned residential. So is that agricultural or is it residential?
it's agricultural.
It's agriculture, meaning one home,
For 5 acres.
one resident per 5 acres.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean,
We would make it residential.
I mean, I'm not telling you what to do with your land, but I asked, was there any covenants, and we don't know of any.
Right.
You were told you can't raise cattle. It's agricultural land, in my opinion. I don't know why, unless there's covenants barring you from doing so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So could
I would
raise
think you
cattle
could
on it?
raise, on agriculture, you could raise cattle.
That's what I thought.
I mean,
when he
I,
said
I'm not telling you, I'm not telling you
That's
what.
fine. I just.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
know
an
that
attorney,
it's
but
coming in
that's
and out.
my
Hopefully it doesn't-
interpretation.
Right.
And again, and you should know more about that than I do. I don't own the land, but,
I understand.
yeah.
Well, there again, dealing with the county.
And I don't even think this board reserves the right to tell you can't play paintball on it. I'm not willing to.
Opening up a business.
I'm not willing to support opening up a business or giving a,
Well, you gotta take into consideration if she moved, you know, down close to you and, I mean, I'm not just taking up for these people, but I'm just
Right.
saying, you know, you can't, if you went and spent money and had a nice quiet piece of property, you don't want a paintball next to you, probably. I mean, even though you enjoy it,
I
but
understand, right.
it's not against you, it's just, you gotta protect the citizens of the county, and you don't live here.
Right.
But if you did, you wouldn't want one probably, and so you gotta just kinda, it'd be hard to put it in the middle of a subdivision, I think, you know. But yes, you can raise cattle.
You can do anything on your property that agriculture allows.
Gotcha. I'm dealing with Douglas County on some things. Is there like an Excel spreadsheet that'll allow me to be able to look and see exactly what agricultural A1?
Well, it's in Municode.
Okay,
under Haralson County, under,
On the
section
website?
50 is zoning,
okay,
A1.
So I think it's a quick Google search as well.
okay.
Is there a reason why it's not passing perk test?
Close to the river?
That's what I would say. And that's how they kind of sold those lots, was on the Tallapoosa River.
Yeah.
Um,
And again, I think you should definitely look back at whatever agreement you purchased it under, because even though we don't know of anything
Right.
barring you from doing that, I don't know that.
Yeah, and I mean, and they did talk about, you know, can't do a mobile home, which is totally understandable. You know, I agree with that as well.
But you can unless you are paying homeowner association dues.
Okay.
I would think so too. Mr. Chairman, if you-
Areas, I guess you have a septic tank, don't you?
Not yet.
What?
We start building next year. We start building next year.
Start building.
They're not living there.
You're not living there yet? Okay.
But we spend weekends there. We do. We bring the kids and we just, do stuff.
yeah.
It's the same thing, we ride side by sides on the 81, we
Be
hunt on it.
interesting if your land perks, you know, that,
We should.
That'd be very interesting.
We have the houses all around us already on that side.
Yeah, I think the topo would support her side of the road.
it's far enough away from the river.
Yeah.
It's pretty country out there.
Oh, it is.
I agree.
It's pretty.
I've quail hunted out there before, so I know, I think I know the property where it's at, so.
We got trespassers too.
Back when there was quail. Okay,
Do you entertain a motion?
yeah, I entertain a motion at this time.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to deny this request for item number 2, the special use permit. Or the conditional use permit, I'm sorry.
Have a motion to deny. Is there a second to that motion? Second. Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
Don't have any.
If not, as far as the board are concerned, all in favor of this motion and second to deny, let it be known by raising your hand, please. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, board.
Okay.
No, I hadn't.
Your, next meeting before the Board of Commissioners will be, Tuesday, February the 6th at 6 a.m. There will not be any letters sent.
At what time?
February the 6th at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Now I'm really confused.
You said 6 a.m.
I'm sorry, 6 p.m.
February.
Is that the Board of?
February the
That's
6th, Board of Commissioners.
Okay, all right.
It's on a Tuesday.
But our hearing will be February the 13th, right?
Your next new hearings will be February the 13th, yes.
All righty.
You entertain a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, that's all we have on the agenda. We just have one that we're hearing next meeting.
There's two
Two.
there.
2 on here.
Two here.
There's two. You got two next month and two
Okay.
in March.
Okay. I hear a motion to adjourn.
Make a adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn. Hear a second?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor, let it be known by raising your right hand. Thank everyone for coming today.